Hello. So this is gonna be a reading about what's attracting a certain type to you, um, why you and this other person are manifesting one another, why you've attracted someone who you have, and what's keeping them there. Especially if you have tried to meet a different caliber and you continuously meet the same types, even if you go off of just wanting to find someone, go off of what you find attractive and talk to someone just for the heck of it, and then not for the heck of it, but for to find out if it's because you seek after a certain type, like what if the universe has an issue with that, and so you talk to someone who you really don't find all that attractive, and then they're just like the other ones who made mistakes, who you were attracted to. So uh, I have begun with Leo, and Leo, you attract a certain type because you have a very strong, passionate energy. You get very hyped up about your beliefs, and you may be very vocal about them and whatnot. And what keeps them there is once this person is in your life, they feel like they need to prove something, whether it's to you or others. And that um, argumentative energy is what this type of person thrives on. Now, these mostly are the things that are attracting people who you don't want to attract, so that you can stay clear of them or tone down whatever you feel, well, whatever is coming up, whatever you feel is making you look or send off a certain vibe, whatever vibe is coming up. For Sagittarius, there is you coming in trying to really help people, and help them grasp certain things that you've grasped that you think are very important. Um, and so they're looking for someone to learn from a lot of times, and then they gravitate towards you. And maybe you think at some point in time, well, wow, like, what is going on with this person? This person, just go after whatever. I mean, because some people end up getting into cults and stuff like that, and this person may have an energy like that kind of like drives you crazy in a sense, but it just makes this person want to try even harder. So when you educate them with whatever you have going on that maybe they didn't know anything about, boom, that's what it is. They just feel like, but then you may look at it as too needy. Aries, you may have a certain level of anxiety about dating, and then once you attract someone with that, they end up being too clingy, you may notice. So if you do have some anxiety and maybe try to play the field or whatever, then you're putting out that energy and getting someone clingy who's going to have a problem with you playing the field. And that's just for some Aries. um, Pisces, so you are meeting the goals that you wanted, and then someone else sees that, and then they kind of like fret about the goals that they're not meeting for themselves. So this is probably someone who looks up to you, and then they feel some kind of way because they want to be adequate not only for you but for themselves. And that's coming in as well. Cancer. You may give your enemy the benefit of a doubt, and then they're coming in as being someone who either wants to take, or either, they want to share. And maybe something that they're sharing, maybe their thought processes aren't always healthy, but they're going to want you to see their point of view, Cancer, and they may, stress you out a little bit, pushing whatever agenda they have and their opinions, Scorpio. So you may be open to letting people know if this or that happened, and you may, just be down to earth like that, to be able to express that you have gone through some difficult times or what have you. And this other person, they're coming in and they're sharing everything that they've been going through, and it may be overwhelming. So you may have someone who is really an overshare coming into your vibe with you, Gemini. So you may be open to new ideas, but not necessarily just new ideas, just new ways of thinking and being. And you may be open to whatever someone else feels is the epitome of, say, a relationship. And you may go along with it, go along to get along. And what can happen is you could become very disappointed with, how other people want things to be arranged, because they may not always be fair, and they could be hurtful if you're over pleasing, Aquarius. So you may be overly critical of others, and someone may come in who is fearful to basically share their true feelings or whatever, that let down their guard because they feel like you would be so critical of them, and they may just be like that. They may be someone who, or maybe they just tell you constantly all of the things that they end up wishing they would have kept their mouth shut about, because maybe it made you think twice or drove you away, because maybe their self-esteem wasn't up to par or what have you. So you could be attracting people like that. And Libra. With this sense of self improvement, you constantly raise the bar for yourself, and you're going after everything you want, whether it's on a fitness level or your drive and your job, everything that you have going on, the perfect family type of lifestyle, everything that you want. This could be what's attracting someone who maybe things aren't going their way, and maybe they aren't self-improved. They don't have that self-improvement down pat yet, and maybe they're thinking back to the past. Maybe they're saying, oh, you're so happy like I used to be. And then you have someone who is really just caught up with the past, like a has-been type of vibe, Taurus. So that rebel in you, that daredevil, let that tantrum fly if you feel like it. That could be drawing someone to you because they're not worried about it. They're so captivated by you that they're just moving on along, and they don't even see it coming that, that temper, it could not only just be for others, but could be for them as well. Like once you decide to walk away or leave someone alone, they might really feel hurt and confused because they thought everything was fine. They know you have a temper, and it possibly is drawing them because they're really turned on by you. You're a nice person, And yeah, you have a temper, and it can catch them off guard, you know, but at the same time, they could do something upsetting because they're not perfect. And they could just end up feeling very frivolous, or you could look at them as being somewhat frivolous. And you may end up breaking their heart. And because you're only going to take so much. Let's see. Capricorn. You have a very high skill set, and someone may feel that they can't compete with you. You know, they're coming in, they want to learn, they want to know, you know, how you guys are going to click or whatever. But, you know, maybe they are going to feel like they can't surpass you or they can't, you know, they may feel that you're too challenged, like you constantly challenge yourself, and they just may feel really beat down and tired over that because maybe they feel they've reached maybe the pinnacle of their career, or they may not have that drive, the same drive that you have. So they're attracted to you because of your skills and your intelligence, but they may tend to feel a little bit inadequate when it comes to you. So they're in awe, and yet they may end up feeling like they need to walk away because of the pressure. Capricorn, you may put some pressure on them. Even if they can get a few dates or get in a relationship, it's going to be severe pressure coming in, trying to keep the pace that you set, Capricorn. Virgo. So your wisdom, your ability to be super well put together and organized, those perfectionistic tendencies could be drawing someone who, you know, they're remaining mum about not being perfect because they want you to really, you know, be intrigued with them as they are with you or what have you. And they may be a little bit like not letting their light shine so much because maybe they don't want you to criticize them in any way because maybe they don't feel that they'd be able to really stand up to a severe, you know, eye that you have. And that could contribute to certain people who feel the need to just love you and leave you because maybe they are going to feel like your tears are too high, you know, your gate is too high. And, you know, maybe they feel dumbed down a little bit, or maybe they don't feel like they're as wise. Maybe they don't feel like they can, you know, maybe they feel that they would be manipulated by you. And that is what's coming in as far as the things that could be drawing certain types our way. So if you're going to screen, you may want to screen for things like that before you open up too much. And I am checking the chat box to see if there are any questions coming in, and I don't see any. So thanks for the likes and thanks for sharing. my videos as always. Be blessed.